So take a look at this house. It is obviously not a warehouse, but it sure feels like one. And I guarantee you, any buyers that come to visit it are going to feel the exact same way. So let's talk about this. I'm going to show you how to think about an empty house, especially if your realtor doesn't bring it up, or worse, tells you that it's not going to cost you anything to do this. So this example right here that I just showed you is going to cost this seller serious money, and it's a mistake I want you to avoid. I'm Michael Hausum. I'm an active real estate broker in Southern California and the founder of HAUS ADVANTAGE, where I help you get better results from your agent or hire the right one before mistakes get expensive for you. So this is an active listing in Orange County right now. It is not a flip. It was a long-term rental, and then the owner spent a ton of money before listing it. New drywall, walls removed, completely remodeled kitchen, new bathrooms, new flooring. This was not lipstick. This was 150, 200 grand of real work. So here's the question. Why take a garage sale level house, elevate it to Nordstrom level with a bunch of time and money, and then display it to the market for Nordstrom rack? The topic is staging. Furniture, accessories, everything else that would turn an empty container like this house into an appealing home. And before you say, yeah, but staging is expensive, you're right. But what it costs you to not stage is always so much worse. And I'll show you how the math works in a minute. Now, firstly, I don't know this listing agent at all. I'm going to assume that she recommended staging. Now, maybe she didn't ask them or didn't think about it, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to presume the seller was thinking about, should I stage or should I not, and decided not to. Now, that's a very common conversation I've had with almost every single seller that I've had when a home is going to be vacant. And since a vacant home is by far the best home to sell, it comes up all the time. So I want to talk to you about this so that you're getting good advice and you don't accidentally make a decision that's going to be expensive for you. So lots of agents don't even think that staging is necessary, or they might not bring it up. And that's a huge mistake, and it's a sign of a subpar agent. So watch out for that. Now, the first thing you want to do is to understand the idea of staging a home in terms of positioning in the marketplace and your hope for asking price. And by definition, wholesale products sell for wholesale prices, which are less. Now, I like the warehouse analogy that I used at the beginning of the video. A warehouse is purely functional. Its appeal only needs a tape measure and simple mathematics to calculate. We need X thousand square feet for our thing. Is this space big enough, and are the doors accessible? That's it. And once they figure out that, it's a yes or no. It's just numbers, and that's why they sell for wholesale prices. The other analogy I like to use is the Nordstrom versus Nordstrom Rack one. You know, oftentimes Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack are selling the exact same product, but it's everything else that supports the higher price. And people go to Nordstrom every single day to pay more money for the exact same product. So this is the question. Do you want a Nordstrom price or a Nordstrom Rack price? And if you want the Nordstrom price, then it has to be a Nordstrom level product and a Nordstrom level presentation. You can't have a disconnect one way or another. Another reference that you can think about for this is thinking about a model home from a new home builder. Home builders are the pinnacle elite level of home staging. They're not going to spend like 5 or 10 or 15 grand to stage a model home. They're going to spend 20 or 30 or 50 or double or triple or quadruple that to make a house look perfect. Builder won't even let you go in and see a raw or an unstaged home. They are so focused on proper positioning. Now, why do they do this? It's because of emotion. They know that the incremental money on the table from a home buyer isn't a rational thing, it's a feeling thing. The feeling of, oh my God, this is perfect. I can absolutely see us happily living here forever. That feeling, that's what they want. because that feeling unlocks a wallet, right? So the pictures I showed you at the beginning are photos of a house. Houses don't generate feelings, homes do. You want to present your house to the marketplace as a home, and that difference can make an enormous financial difference. Another aspect of staging is that it appeals to the aspirational. Everybody dreams of living in a home that's comfortable and neat and tidy and designed and decorated and beautiful and minimal and no clutter. So people walk into a stage home and fantasize about moving me to a home just like that because nobody actually lives like that. So babe, this home is all of our dreams come true. That doesn't happen in an echoey box. Now, one comment that oftentimes does come up about this is like, well, let just people imagine what they're going to put into their home and they can do it on their own. And it kind of looks bigger and more space that way. Well, here's the thing. Firstly, you don't want to have people putting energy or any effort at all into imagining things. You want to make it easy for them. Secondly, there's actually not that many people that can see space and imagine how it would be perfectly filled. You want to do that for them. Is the bedroom a little small? Make it a nursery or an office. Use furniture that de-emphasizes the size. Make it easy for them. A good stager can produce instant feelings and appeal instead of just forcing a buyer to kind of imagine something that could possibly connect with them. They can do things that'll pull attention away from the negatives. The same applies to the common suggestion to just partially stage, like just do the main living room and kitchen and the main bedroom or something. A clarifying question for that. Do you want top dollar for the whole house, or do you want top dollar for only parts of the house? And of course, the biggest concern is just the money thing of staging and the cost altogether. Some version of, we can't afford it, it's not worth it, something like that. But here's the fact. Staging is by far the best return on investment that you can make. It's better than painting, it's better than new counters, it's better than anything. And there have been numerous studies over the years that have confirmed it. At least a 3-to-1 payback. I've seen studies all the way up to a 10-to-1 payback. $1 turning into 3 at the worst, or $1 turning into 10 at the best. That is a deal that shouldn't be passed up. And that's just on the money side of it, right? The pictures look better, which drives traffic into your home, which is what you want. You want people to get into the house. So a practical workaround, there are stagers that will agree to collect the money after the house sells. So there's no money out of pocket. My stager does this. She includes 60 days after the house hits the market and gets paid when the house sells. But even if for some reason it takes longer than that for the house to sell, the monthly fee isn't much compared to the huge hit that the house would get if it was an empty box. Now, another topic along this line that people have suggested have come up is virtual staging, where they take AI or Photoshop in furniture and rugs and all that stuff, and you use it for the pictures. First thing is, a lot of the virtual staging, it just doesn't look right. You can tell. That's a big problem. But even if the virtual staging is perfect and indistinguishable from the actual staging, here's the problem. It's a bait and switch. They show up to see the house because it looked so great online, looking at their phone. But then their experience of the house is different. The sizzle and the steak have to match. The buyer's expectation needs to get met when they get to the house. If they see great design and great furniture and everything else online, that's what they need to see when they walk in the house. It's frankly why I don't use a picture from 15 years ago for my real estate business or Photoshop my current picture to make me look like a young fella. The last thing now to understand is that it's the buyer's money ultimately that pays for everything. The buyer is giving you their money, and then you're using their money to pay all the costs. It's not your money The buyer's the only one that's bringing money into the transaction. If it's going to cost $7,500 to stage your home and elevate it, then just increase the price by 10 grand. It's their money that they're giving you. So if your realtor tells you that staging isn't necessary, it isn't worth it, or buyers can imagine it on their own, you know exactly what this advice is costing you. Now, if you would like help evaluating your own situation, that is what this channel is for. If you'd like some hands-on help, I do a free live workshop every month. The link to the workshop information is in the description below and the pinned comment. Now, the next video coming up, it's about another massive mistake I see in the marketplace, and that has to do with the photography itself. Take a look at that.